Hey folks, this is Beginning16 here. Hope you guys have a good day. Welcome back to the development channel, Beginning16 RBX. Today I just wanted to give a quick heads up, or well, not really a quick heads up, but just kind of want to talk about the rework and what's gonna happen next with the rework. So about a week ago, I released the rework. It's official out. Well, pretty much the first part, which is pretty much all of Nightland and Trojanville, including the ultra bosses, super bosses, spawn bosses, and the swords for all that matter. And a lot of people have had, and there were a lot of mixed feelings about the rework. Many people like the new improvements of the rework, that including the attack animations and whole areas in general. Like for example, a good example of the rework, and I guess in general, everything. I guess the improvements in the game in general. So yeah. So I just wanted to cover some things that are going to be happening throughout the next couple of weeks or so, or what's going to happen since the first part of the work is done. What's next? Is there going to be part two? Is there going to be part three? You guys may have a lot of questions, so I'm going to be answering some of these questions today in this video. So let's go over the first part, which is a lot of people are going to be asking, what happened to my data? My data has been reset, and that is incredibly understandable. A lot of people have worked so hard to gain those event swords, working on getting your swords, and just seeing all that go to waste it's a horrible idea. It was a really bad thing on us. And let me just say, your data is not removed. No, your data is not removed, actually. In fact, your data is still in the game. You just got to transfer it, pretty much, and stuff like that. So basically, it's pretty simple. We actually have instructions on the Discord server, but if you guys want to know how to transfer your data, I'll show you how. It's actually pretty simple. You go to the Empire selection, or basically the main menu, and you'll be greeted with, and just go to Data Manager, and basically transfer your data and press yes. This will transfer your data from the original save file, or from an original save, yeah, or from an original. This will transfer your data from the. This will transfer your data that you had in the old system before the rework into the new system. And if you guys, and there's also a lot of people have been wondering, wanting to also reset their data too. They kind of want a fresh start. So resetting data, you can also reset your data too. But there's also another thing I kind of did too here, which is also save slots. Basically, the save slots are basically the thing about it is, like, you have progress on here, but you want to restart the game, but you don't want to lose your progress. Well, you can pretty much save it, press save, and you can do that. And if you press load, it'll also load the game, it'll also load your stats too, and all that stuff. So pretty cool, I guess. Anyways, that's pretty much that. So that's that in a way. Now we're gonna talk about what some concerns that people have been asking. That concern away, let's talk about some more concerns that a lot of people have been kind of asking about. So yes, I am aware that the whole update is. We are aware that not everything has been transferred completely. Event items, yes. Mouse weapons, yes. Admin weapons have not been transferred yet. I'm still I'm kind of been head down. I've been kind of slacking off on that recently because I'm more so working on the Warrior Town rework. And yes, hasn't been a week, and it's been a weekend. It's only been a weekend. We already started Warrior Town progress on the rework. So yeah, Warrior Town is game reworked as well. That'll be out soon. But I don't want to rush it, because I was originally going to go for Swords and Bladen to be reworked, but I was like, I don't know. I don't want to do that much. I don't want to have there be that less content. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna go and just publish Warrior Town and maybe Speedstopia. But yeah, it was originally going to be in 2 parts, but I felt like having it be in 3 parts instead would be a lot better. And plus, the community file would be great to do that as well. So yeah, that's that away. Another thing a lot of people are asking me is, a lot of people have also been asking me that what if your data gets transferred? Well, what if there's a new weapon that comes out and your data gets transferred, or you lost a couple swords that like a good example a lot of sword people have been losing swords about is the sacred, like for example, the sword the sword that many people have been kind of telling me about, that didn't really make people that happy with, was the Cyrex Ultra Boss sword. Basically, the Awakened Lord sword that basically the Ultra Boss sword for this Empire. People really, previous people who owned the sword, well, they kind of removed it, and people are like, what happened to it? Well, I'm just gonna point this out. I kind of made a mistake, and a lot of people have noticed that the a lot of people noticed that the sacred, a lot of people, I kind of made a mistake, and I kind of redid the spelling a bit without noticing, and pretty much that basically made this that everyone removed their swords, and that basically let that sword be removed. So there's a lot of things that made people, kind of quirks like that kind of had quirks like that kind of made it some people not really like it as much. Well, I mean, I guess it's really understandable because you wait a long time for the swords to get that sword stuff, and you are expected to like keep it and stuff, which is understandable, honestly, and I really do apologize for that. I'm still trying to. I will give it out to those who. I will give them back to them if I'm able to. I will find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. But until then, there's not really much to say about it. So that's one. That's pretty much all the concerns I had to talk about now. Now let's talk about the empires. So, or no, let's talk about the rework. So what's new with the rework? So what does rework adds? This rework now has a few things now. Well, first of all, it's the menu. First of all, and a few other things. We also have. So for those who don't know, the rework is basically a. The rework was meant to be like a system update and just update the system, update the current system the game uses. Back then in 2021 to 2024, this game used Drava's RPG kit, which was incredibly outdated which was good for 2021, but in 2024 is slowly breaking and it's clearly still being broken to this day, as of 2025. So I decided to convert it. I was originally going to convert it to Orion's RPG kit. However, though, it's when Ejaz's RPG kit came out with this big update, I was like, I'm gonna do that instead because Orion's RPG kit has controversies and also was kind of broken too, data loss and all that stuff. So I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to have people lose their data consistently and all that shit. So I just went with Ejaz and redid the whole game. So yeah, now let's talk. Now there's also a few other things too. I would like to mention too. Armors. Why have my armors been removed? Armors are now dropped by mobs. So you may have seen this earlier, but basically, if you go in any of the worlds, like the castle top, or like if you guys go into like the worlds, you'll see these royal guards, royal knights, or something like that. You kill one of the mobs, you should. Well, that's RNG at the finest. Come on. Okay, RNG likes to be a bitch sometimes. There we go. Come on, really? Strength potion, really? Okay. RNG, I like the global drops, but come on. We need... Okay. Really? Okay. But basically, the Royal Knights, the mobs drop HP. No, the mobs drop the armors now. So basically, for example, let's say, for instance, but the thing is, the difference between the ones with lower levels and ones with high levels, the ones with high levels have a higher chance have a greater chance of you getting it. So basically, the chances of you getting this weapon, or in this case armor, are a lot more likely. So you're more likely to get the weapons from bigger mobs, from higher level mobs. However, the bosses, I don't really drop the armors that the original drop the original armors. They do indeed drop their swords. Oh. Well, I'm stupid. Wait. Hold on. Wait, you serious? Hold on. Okay. Well, this has got awkward. Okay, so... Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, I don't know my own game tips at this point, honestly. Anyways, this is embarrassing. But anyways, basically every mob has a chance of dropping armor. Certain armors from the areas that they are designated for. Let's actually use a good example of this for once. Let's take, I don't know, let's take the graveyard, for example. The graveyard, yeah. So the graveyard is a good example of this, I think, at least. I mean, I'd say so. So, if you, at some point, you will get an armor. You will get the original armor. I think for this armor was originally called the rusted armor. How that changed the name to it to Skella armor because the rust armor was too generic for. The rust armor deserved to be sent somewhere other than this area. I feel like it could have been better. It was more better off with in being in Dystopia at this point, honestly. So I just went with it. So yeah, and you also notice that some mobs have also been changed. Some mobs were originally elites of their own versions. You can definitely see this change in Nightland Highlands. If you notice the mobs, they look a bit different. They're no longer like elites. They have like their own there's like guards, monsters, rangers, all that stuff. Well, these guys were originally elite zombies. However, they're now pretty much skeletons. So, Why? Because some people need the bare bones of everything. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But really, there's more than just that too. Music changes too, small stuff like that. A lot of people have also wanted to make their own videos on the game too, which is by the way cool. By the way, thank you for your oh there you go. Yeah, see, skeleton drops skill armor. So thank you by the way if you guys do plan on doing videos on this game. I mean, you guys don't have to, but I mean, as long as people have fun with the game, that's personally all that matters to me. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the clout or whatever the hell you call it. I do it because I like having fun, and it's just a fun. It's a fun pastime to do when you're bored and stuff. And I've had a lot more. Had a lot of fun working on this update, and I'm not sure if anyone else is. I don't care if anyone enjoys it or not. As long as but I've been seeing a lot of people happy with the update, and people have been really been enjoying the update, especially those who returned to the game from the OG's eras and stuff like that. So yeah. The game isn't as big as it once was, but I really wouldn't say it stopped me from. I wouldn't say it stopped me from doing updates. Honestly, I'm still working on the game. I just work on it silently. Let's keep at that. Honestly, so yeah. There's also a couple like map revamps too. I was talking about Solary Desert at one point. In my previous video where I was talking about everything you know about the rework, the first part of the rework. Well, now that the rework's over, I'm going to show you what Solary Desert looks like now. So yeah, it has its own like atmosphere and everything. So yeah, pretty cool. And also, I will also mention there are shops here too. Not every shop, there's not shops in areas, but a few areas that could get grindy. So I had there's one Nightland Village, Nightland Castle, Nightland just Goblin Forest. There's also the Fallen Ruins, which was originally the Nightland Path of Forgotten. But that's a mouthful. But it's pretty much now called Nightland the Fallen Ruins instead, which is a lot more of a better name. And I think it's also pretty damn big, I gotta tell you. By the way, Divine Devs, or no, by the way, Nordcaster, if you're watching this, just want to say, amazing work on the map of Fallen Ruins. I gotta show you guys this before we end. If this video does go off, then I might as well show this, honestly, because Fallen Ruins is probably one of my favorite maps they have made from this guy. I just seen from him. See, he did say that he did say that people were going to hate it because it's big, but I mean that's true. I mean, I guess I can see where he's coming from, but the design and just the look of it in general just make up for it. So I'll show you what we got here. So this is the Fallen Ruins. Oh my god, like you got a shop here and the souls and pretty much everything you expect from an RPG game from an Fallen Ruin place, I guess. So yeah, and also you can see that the mobs are starting to get their own armors. 1 in 9 chance. I got that 2 times. That's actually kind of crazy. RNG Fawn becomes a friend instead of an enemy. Not everyone's become my enemy, but whatever. Okay, but yeah. Now there is another thing I kind of want to talk about too. So you guys might, there's also a couple boss events too, and oh my god, this guy spawned. I did not realize that until now. Hello, hope you don't mind, kill you, and he's dead. Nice. Alright, so yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot more to this game than what it originally was. Sure, I mean, some people might have liked the original game. I mean, that's completely fine, but at the end of the day, I mean, everything has to change at some point. If you got a game and you want to keep it updated to this day, then you gotta not everything, like it's still at the end of the day. I still think it's a good game, honestly. I mean, I still think the game is nothing different from what it once was. It's a lot more improved in its own format, I guess. So yeah, along with the worlds and everything else like that, honestly. And yeah, I really am. I'm happy with how this empire, or no, not this empire, how this update turned out. Honestly, the empire by itself, the rework by itself was difficult to make. But nonetheless, I still had fun. It was a really good learning experience. It taught me how to persevere, how to and just that it's okay to ask help from others. You know, like if you ever do have a big plan in mind, you guys have a goal, put it into smaller steps. Okay, that's what I recommend, at least from my perspective, because when I was working on this rework, I had a hard time trying to stay focused and putting everything into big chunks. That, and later I learned that you're better off just doing it in small steps. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing, like this rework update has been planned out since 2023, believe it or not, like late 2023, and I didn't really start getting progress until like 2024. Then sometime late 2024, I kind of scrapped it and decided to redo it, and here right now with Empire with the rework now fully released. So yeah, I really gotta say, it was a big learning experience, and I really was happy with a lot of the progress I made, and yeah, honestly, that's really it. So now the question remains. The question of this whole video. The reason that's why I'm making this video. What did you do? What should you expect with the next part of the rework? Well, Empire 3 is currently in progress. I'm not sure if I'll be publishing Speedstompia with it, because Speedstompia deserves its own part, because Speedstompia is just a hell of a big empire. And I'm not saying like it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Speedstompia has its quirk, has its good times and stuff. Like for example, the last area that Ocean made. Oh my god, I still like it to this day, honestly. But nonetheless, despite it being looking good in some way, I still say it's probably I could have done better in Speed Stompia, and I plan to make it. Plan to bring it to its full potential at some point. Not like, well, I do plan to. I won't just try and say I want to make Speed Stompia better, but I don't want to be rushed, I don't want to rush it at the same time. So what I'm going to do is put Warrior Titan in its own part and put Speed Stompia in its own part, and I'll put the last two empires in another part. So yeah, I know it sucks. I know there's like a lot of parts into this rework, and but you gotta keep in mind everything takes time. Everything takes a lot of time, and I really appreciate those who have been staying patient with me and just working out and just trying and just staying here and just supporting me along the way. So thank you guys so much for supporting me, and if you guys enjoy supporting me, then thank you. I appreciate it. It doesn't mean like giving me money or anything else like that. What I mean by support means like trying out the game and just I guess showcase. Just seeing the creations I made. I mean, and that's what I think about. And also, and it also just shows that I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that this game, the progress is it's been helpful. It's been really helpful, and I just want to thank the RPG community for some people in the RPG community for helping me out with this rework. Honestly, I'll give it I can name a few like Too Cool Blue. My girlfriend helped me out with some ideas. Honestly, same with her Too Cool Blue. We also got Temers, XL, Speed Droids. Basically, those two are the same people. Speed Droids and XL Blade, those are the same person. We got Nordcaster, Spaceman. Dude, I swear to God, he made probably one of my favorite mob bosses. He reworked the bosses and for the Trojan Road treats. I'm gonna show you one of them real quick before we end off the video, just because I just feel like I'm just bored. So yeah, and I don't got all day, but I just want to at least make this video before I end off the video. But yeah, and we also forgot about Calypso, and there's a lot more. And also, I just want to give a huge shout out to EGL for actually building the base of the system, because without his system, the base of the system was entirely made by her. So I just want to thank her for that as well. And this is what Alfio the retreat is. So yeah, you can clearly tell that oh my lord, that's crazy. Oh hi. So yeah, he has a lot. He has every empire, all the Trojan Road Tree heroes have their own special abilities. Alfaro has rock abilities. We also got Felpora, who is the second retreat. He's all about maneuvering around the air and shit. And Ancient is, I think, the third retreat boss. Basically, he is he just has a lot of jumping and a lot of demonic shit and stuff. But yeah, apart from that, there's really nothing else I'd say about this, honestly. So I'm just going to kill this guy, and I'll pretty much end the video from there. So yeah. What do you guys think about this rework? Was it a good idea? Is there any way we can improve in the future? Your thoughts and opinions. Your opinions will help this. Your feedback will will help the game a bit, and yeah, as long as it's valid feedback, I guess, because I mean, at the end of the day, we don't like like for example, like like this guy deals like make it 1%, like no, not on that mumbo jumbo, like this guy should deal 1% more of his damage, like changing full all the numbers and stuff. Which I mean, but if it's valid, I will take it. So, and I will change it. But bugs and all that stuff can be here to her too. But yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty much ranting at this point. I'm pretty much just ranting, and I'm pretty much venting and stuff. But you get the point. This is yeah, this is pretty much Empire 2, and this is pretty much part 1 of the rework. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys want to see, if you guys also want to see more videos, subscribe and check out my other socials down below, where you also and step down all my games, especially Knightlordian RPG. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thanks for watching, and this is Big and 16 out. And yeah.